Hello, 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 hello. Hey guys, so what's up? Welcome to this brand new stream that we are doing. The prize action, we'll be getting on the prize action. We'll start to discuss a lot about the mode decks as well and a lot of interesting stuff. So just give me a second. Let me just bring up the trading view and we can look at the charts and just plan up some really quick trades for ourselves. All right, so here we go. Let's go. Yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I see a lot of people, not a lot, but yeah, I've see some of you in the chat. Ego Kaha, let's go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, quickly let me know in the chat, guys. Can you see my trading view or are you looking at the mode dex itself right now? So if you can let me know, that would be good because obviously I'm just experimenting with this particular streaming platform. So yeah, let me know if you guys can. Go, go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Just a second, just a second. I'm really sorry. I just made a noob streamer mistake. My mic was on mute. I'm absolutely sorry for that. I was speaking and yeah, so let me quickly go back to the chart and I'll tell you guys what I was talking about again. Right. So just give me a second. So we are currently on a 1 hour time frame. Right now, I see that we are taking out the local lows. All right. So to be honest, I was looking for a long opportunity right here, but then I do not see any strength in the market as of now. So because of that, I'll be a bit cautious taking any trade right now because obviously you do not want to just randomly short a red candle, but then you cannot also go long on a red candle. So you want to wait, you want to see some kind of confirmation no matter what kind of trader you are. If you use order flow, if you use like whatever kind of softwares, I personally I do like to use order flow, and a lot of different tools such as TPO, FRVP, and such kind of tools. I do use that, but right now I do not see any logic or any reason for randomly buy here. All right, and since you might literally short the low of the market, like local range, so you do not want to be doing that as well. All right, like if I just quickly share the order flow with all of you, this is what the order flow right now looks like. All right, this is what the order flow looks like. The open interest, it's obviously going higher, so that's a great sign for me. And while the open interest is going higher, there are literally like the longs are just like you see right now a lot of longs just got liquidated. All right, right now as we speak, a lot of longs they just got liquidated. I see a lot of shorts opening, like compared to the longs. This is where the longs are. This is basically sideways, but you can easily see the shorts are slowly grinding into the market right now. So that gives me a sense of understanding that if you hit one of the major levels and close green, all right, right now where we are at the previous day low. All right, so right now where the Bitcoin price it's your previous day low level. I would want us to give a good closing, because for some reason I'm not able to present my trading view screen. If I would have been able to do that, I would have loved to present the love the levels that I have on my chart. But yeah, that's fine. I can still do it here. So right now we are hitting the previous day low level, and if because the open interest is good, it's getting higher. So I'm really interested in a position here, all right, because the shorts are grinding. Uh, it looks like a really interesting position. Also, if I just show you on the bottom the numbers that you are seeing right around this area, this is what you call as delta. All right, so the whole volume, and then on the bottom what you see is called as delta. I'll be much happy if we start to see this negative delta continues. All right, like we get to see back to back 7 million, 10 million, 8 million negative delta, but the price starts to crawl up to the upside. All right, like once we start to grind towards the upside, that will give me understanding that it's very obvious, it's pretty obvious that the market has started to start to trap all the retailers who have been shorting like in the pretty late part of the price action, and the price literally starts to push towards the upside. All right, so this right here, what you see is open interest, it's going higher. So what does this show us? It gives us an understanding, it gives us an idea that the new money is entering into the market. And when you see this net longs and net shorts, this is what tells you if the new money is entering into the market. Are they going long? Are they going short? All right. So that is what this order flow does for us. It makes us pretty. It's like it just gives you a clear X-ray of the market. Like if the market makers are entering into a particular position, what are they doing? What's the plan around that particular level? All right. So if you start to lose the previous day low level, I won't be like, I'm not interested in buying here. Obviously, this is like the bottom of the market, right, where we are locally. Obviously, I mean locally. So if this keeps on dumping, I would like to get a backtest, probably a backtest of the VWAP, and then I'll be more than happy to short. But right now, this if it shows strength, I'm going to buy. But if not, the only shorting opportunity for me would be a backtest of the VWAP, and then we continue the push towards the downside. So that's my local trading plan. Now if I just give you, since mode also has AI terminal, I'm not sure if you guys know about that. I'll quickly help you understand what AI terminal is. So I'll keep it extremely basic. I won't even try to make it hard for any of you guys to understand. I'll try to like, it's as I like to call it, it's basically the chat GPT of your trading. All right, so it helps you a lot with whatever kind of trading you want to be doing. Now I'll let's try to understand it from a beginner's perspective. All right, let's try to understand that you are someone who does not know anything about DeFi, has no knowledge of crypto. All right, and you have just started to trading, if you just want to know. All right, so here, what the very first challenge that I've seen people facing was about transferring their funds from, let's say, whatever exchange you have been using, a centralized exchange, and you want to transfer your funds from that centralized exchange to uh to basically to mode, like you want to trade on mode, you want to transfer funds to MetaMask. All right, so you can easily type here, let's say you are using any XYZ exchange. For example, let's take Binance. All right, so you can just type in here how to transfer funds from Binance to MetaMask on let's say ARB chain, or let's say mode. All right, let's take an example of ARB. All right, ARB network. So you can just type in here, and it will give you a quick breakdown of how you are supposed to do it. All right, it will just break down everything for you, and it will give you step by step. All right, like what's going to be the step number one, the step number two, step number three, and it's going to be, it's very obvious that if you have just started using these tools in crypto and DeFi space, you might not understand one of those steps. All right, like let's say there's step number five, there's step number six, there's step number any XYZ number, and you face issue, let's say with step number three, you did not get a particular part. So you can just type in here that like please explain step number three better. All right, you can just type in that, and it will make it even easier for you. All right, so whatever, like even with your dumbest question, all right, I'll tell you guys, even with the question that you feel that makes no sense, just type in here and it will help you. So I personally love this feature, this particular feature. Why? Because I know a lot of my community members who have just like initially got in with this all bull run hype. They just start, like they just entered into the space, and obviously they do not always have an individual that they can go to and ask for their solutions. But then this particular feature, I think, helps them a lot. And it's not just about this particular feature. All right, like whatever you want to ask about trading, you can just do it right here, and like understand whatever you want to. All right, it even helps you with your trading, just for the sake of keeping it extremely basic, and like just dropped in the most basic question that someone could have asked. I just did it. But as I said, you can always have a look at it, always ask your questions, and it will clear it out for you. All right. Also, recently I've been trading a lot on this particular dex, and since I've been trading a lot here, there is also a leaderboard thing right on the website. All right, so if I click on there, currently on the 7 day leaderboard, I stand on the third rank. All right, so currently I'm on the third rank. This is on the basis of trading volume. There's also a leaderboard which is on the basis of PNLs. All right, so right now, just being in the top 15. All right, so I'm just talking about being in the top 15, which is extremely easy because the volume that the guy on the top 15, like on the 15th rank, has made, it's just 150K. So anyone who's trading even with $100 account size, you can still easily land on the 15th rank. All right, and just by being there, you'll be making $100 every week. So this is a weekly program. All right, so if I just share it with you, this is what it looks like. All right, so every week, if you just finish anywhere around 4th to 15th position, you'll be making $100. All right, so I actually did in the previous week. I made this free $100 for myself, because obviously you are going to trade, but just because you are trading, it's not fixed that you will be making profit or you'll be making loss. But then I think this is a great initiative, this is a great feature, because no matter if you make profit, no matter if you make loss, you are still going to make that particular $100. And by any chance, if you have like even an average size of your trading account, let's say if you're trading with anywhere around $500 to $600, you have an extremely higher chance that you will land either on first or anywhere around till the third position. All right, there is an extremely higher chances, I'll tell you. I did not even try hard, like I just deposited $200. My average trade size was anywhere around $40 to $50 per trade, and I was still able to land on the third rank or on the fourth rank. So it's going to be even easier for anyone who's interested in trading. So you'll be making this free, let's say $400, and you can just withdraw it. All right, like most of the exchanges, what they do is they give you bonus fund. Now, what the bonus fund means is that you have to use that fund just to like you have to trade with that fund, and whatever profit you make, you can withdraw that. You cannot directly withdraw this $400, but that's not the thing with mode. You can just, like, they'll transfer it directly to your wallet. Now you have it in your wallet, do whatever you want to do. You do not have to trade with it to make any extra money. All right, so that's actually a great part according to me. And yeah, so that's a great initiative from the mode. All right, all right. Yeah, so let's quickly go to the charts. and see if we have any trading opportunity right here. I don't feel like we've got one. I don't think so, because still the market has not been showing any kind of strength to, at least for me. I don't see any kind of strength in the market right now. So I would love to wait. I do not want to rush into a trade. I mean, I can show you how the things work on mode by that time. Like how do you place your trades? How do you set your leverage and stuff, all right? So if you see this, it's an extremely easy dashboard. It makes everything easier. Like it's not very complicated. It's not at all complicated. Not like, I won't even say it's complicated. So you see two buttons on the top which says buy or sell. So if you want to go long, you click on buy. If you want to short the market, you just click on sell. All right. So it's that easy. Now you obviously have two types of market, like two types of order that you can place. It's either going to be the market order or the limit order. All right. So you have these two options which usually traders like to go with. So if you want to place a limit order, you can just type in whatever price range that you want to enter into the market. All right, that's it's you can do that. And if you just like want to enter into a trade right now, all right, you do not want to wait, all you need to do is just click on the market order rather than limit. Just click on market, and now here you can just easily select what should be your position size. All right, so let's say in my account I currently have $368. All right, so if I use this slider, I can just select, okay, I want to enter into a trade with 23% of my trading capital, or let's say with 50% of my trading capital, or I just want to go all in, I'll slide it to the 100%. All right, so it's going to be that easy, and just like click on the buy button, or right, like buy or long, and it will just buy right around this area. All right, so that's how you place your order. Now many traders, they do want to play around with the leverages as well, right? Like you want to select a particular leverage. So I can just easily select that. Like if you want to keep it on, let's say 10x, 20x, or if you want to keep it on 100x, you can just easily click there, and that's your 100x on the particular trade. So if you select it, let's say on, if you try to keep it on, let's say whatever leverage you want to keep it, all right, I usually like to keep it 100x, but only when I have a very smaller SL, when I know that 100x won't get me liquidated, because most of the time if you are entering on a 100x leverage trade, the chances are extremely higher that you might get liquidated. All right, so you want to keep it on the lower leverage. I would highly recommend, if you're a new trader and if you do not know what you're doing with the leverage, keep it below 25x. All right, you do not want to go above 25x leverage. All right, so just keep that in mind. So that's about the leverage, because most of the trader, they do get liquidated just because of higher leverage, because when you go with the higher leverage, you do not have a lot of room to play around with your stop loss. All right, so let's say your stop loss was supposed to be at around 106.7k, but then your liquidation price is just around 107. All right, so if you look at that, your liquidation price is way ahead of your planned SL. All right, so that will just get you liquidated, because your SL won't get triggered. So every time when you place an SL, if you have a high leverage trade, I would highly recommend that always have a look at the charts and see if the liquidation price is is below your SL. All right, because that's really important. All right, all right, all right. Awesome, awesome, guys. Awesome. So yeah, it seems like market is finally showing us some strength. If we are able to reclaim the previous day low level, I'll be interested in getting into a trade here. We have right now liquidated a lot of longs, all right around this area. A lot of longs got liquidated. So this blue bubble that you see was formed because a lot of long trades, they just got liquidated. All right, so we would want us to reclaim one of the important level right now locally, whatever the price action looks like. I think the most important level is the previous day low level. All right, so if we are able to reclaim that, I'll be happy to get into a trade. But then again, if I just show you what the 15-minute candle looks like, just give me a second. Yeah, so the 15-minute is like the bottom that we have made. I'm not happy with the kind of bottom that we have made. I would have loved if we would have made at least a one good wick. All right, I do not see any kind of wick, and I usually like to trade when we have strong highs or strong lows. So let's say because currently we have poor lows, all right, on the basis of price action, these are extremely poor lows. You are bound to take them out, all right. But current lows that we are making, like I'm sorry if I call them out lows. I was talking about the highs. So this current highs that we have made, it's actually very poor, all right. And I do not see a lot of strength in this highs. They're not going to hold for a very long time, and it's technically also a double top. All right, again, it's on a 15-minute time frame, but then yeah, technically it's a double top. If this would have done something like this and then reversed, I would have been happier because then we would have took out the liquidity of the previous top. But then it just front ran this, and I actually went short around this area. So you see these red arrows. I actually went short there. All right, but I did exit from it because obviously I had a TP level which was a lot more earlier. But yeah, that's fine. So we have actually got out of that trade, but right now the bottom that we are making, I'm not a big fan of the kind of the lows that we have made, and I would be much happy if we get at least one good wick towards the downside before we start the push. All right, so I would wait for one good wick at least. All right, because yeah, as I was saying, the 15 minute it has slowly started to grind towards the downside. So I would like to wait. I would wait because as I was saying, I was looking at a reversal from 107.5, but then I got no confirmation. So that's a major reason why I'm not in any trade right now. I would wait for another push towards the downside and then get into a position. And it makes no sense to just randomly short into a dumping market, right? Like you want to have a good pullback before entering into the trade. And I'm that kind of trader. I cannot just randomly short a red candle, all right? So by the time, let's have a quick look at other assets as well. If we might get a trading opportunity there. All right. So we've got a lot of assets which are listed on this DEX. All right. Like most of the other DEX that I've experienced, they have very limited options, but not here. We have got a lot of options right around here. All right. So we've got Solana and we've got AVEX. We've got a lot of other. Yeah. So this seems like Solana is ready for a reversal. I mean, okay, yeah, again, the same scenario. There's literally no wick here. I mean, I would sound a bit weird right here that I do not see a wick, so I would not want to enter. But then, yeah, that's just my thing. Like, according to me, a great bullish or a great bearish candle. All right, so let's discuss what a good bearish candle would look like, or let's start with what a good bullish candle would look like. All right, so according to me, a good bullish candle is when you open, you go below, you trap all the retailers, like I mean whatever the opposite direction traders are, you trap them right around here, and then you just start to push. All right, so that according to me is a great kind of candle. I usually like to see this happening on the daily time frame as well because that helps me to form a really good bias. But yeah, that's just my thing. All right, I might sound weird with my price action thing, but that's what I like to see. On 30-minute time frame, you do technically have a wick that makes a lot of sense. Is it a big SL? I mean, yeah, it's just a 0.5% of SL. We can definitely go in here. Give me a second. Let me check what trading we're doing because even when I try to present my trading view screen, for some reason I'm not able to share the trading view screen. So I'm really sorry about that. I'll figure that out during my next stream. But yeah. So if I just quickly check what Solana is doing. All right. I mean, we can consider a long trade on Solana here. Even though the order flow does not look that good to me, but yeah, with a small capital, with a small size, and I'm entering on the market order. All right, so I would just buy here. So this can be an example for you guys, like how to place a trade on mode. So yeah, I entered on market order. All right, you guys also have an option to set the limit order, but then I entered on market order. Once you are in the trade, you obviously want to be setting your SL as well. All right, so just to set your SL, all you need to do is like go on the bottom, you have your TP SL option. So let's say I want to place my SL at 168.79. All right, so I can just like type in the stop loss 168.79. 8.7. Let's go with 7. All right. And then I can also set like what quantity I want to exit out from the trade. All right. Like I can set 20, 25, or if like obviously people usually like to keep it at 100%. Like why would you exit out of a trade in percentage? But then yeah, you just do that and you just confirm it. All right. So that's your SL. Now you can also set your TP. All right. So let's say a random TP I want to set at 171 point, let's say 171.5, and then I can just set the 100%. So here it will show me what is the amount, what is the profit that I'll be making once my TP gets hit. All right, so I can just confirm it, confirm, and there it goes. All right, so that's your take profit, that's your stop loss. All right, so it's that simple. Like once you are done with the trade, like once you have entered the trade, you can just set your take profit, you can set your stop loss, and then just exit out of the trade. All right, and also it has option to set like dedicated quantity TP and SL, as I said. Now let's say I want to exit out of a trade at 170.98. All right, so 170.98, and I do not want to exit like 100%. I just want to exit with 30% or 40% of the quantity, and if I just confirm, it like I'll do it. All right, like if I do that, yeah, you can see like now I can even set multiple take profit levels. All right, it's going to be that easier. Like you can set multiple take profit levels, and once it hits, it will just get triggered. And I said, let's say I want to exit 25% of with my quantity at this particular price level, that will happen. And once it moves even higher, it will just hit my next TP level. So you can set multiple TP levels as well, and just cancel it if you want to. So yeah, it's that easy. Also, let's quickly have a look at the liquidation heat map as well. What does our liquidation heat map shows us? Give me a minute. Yeah, so I'm looking at the liquidation heat map. I would like to go on a 48 hours first and then slowly go lower. Yeah, so I'm looking at the liquidation heat map right now. I see we do have some really good liquidity towards the upside, and the bottom liquidity has been taken out on the Binance Bitcoin chart. All right. So, according to me, Binance and Bybit are two of those exchanges which have a lot of volume. So, it makes sense if you want to check liquidity on those particular exchanges. So you can also like you can just select here if you want to check the Binance liquidity, if you want to check Bybit or any other exchange. All right, they've got a lot of exchanges listed, and all of this are like obviously free platform. Like you do not have to pay for this. So just like you can check whatever particular time frame you want to be looking out for the liquidity, and once you have done that, you can just get rid of it. All right, so I'm looking at a 48-hour time frame. I can even make it 24 hours. So locally we took out all of the liquidity, like local liquidity has been taken out. The next major chunk of liquidity is at around 106.7, and that's on a smaller time frame. All right, so you do not plan your major swing trades on the basis of a very smaller time frame liquidation heat map. All right, you would at least want to be on a weekly time frame or even higher. So when you go on the weekly time frame, it makes everything really easy for you to understand. And when I look at this, it seems like this push towards the downside is actually moving anywhere around till at least till 106.3, 106.5 ish area, because we've got a major chunk of liquidity laying around there. All right, so it helps you to understand the direction of the market. According to me, you could have planned your trades. All right, so as soon as we got the liquidity sweep of the previous highs, there was a lot of liquidity around that area. We took that out, and the market has slowly started to grind towards the downside. Now, a major support level just on the basis of liquidation heat map, the liquidity levels, it's around 106.3. You can expect a good reversal right around from that area. All right, so we'll see when we reach there. So you can be prepared, and this is on a weekly time frame. All right, so if like you also have option to be on a 12-hour time frame. So you see we've still got some liquidity laying around on the smaller time frame. You might grab it and then just get another push toward 109, 110k. All right, so that's a higher probability trade that might play out. So right now I'm looking at the Solana trade, which obviously is not looking that great. uh, let's see. This was a great test trade for you all. Like it was like I could have just easily placed it in front of you guys just to demonstrate that how easy it is to enter into a trade here. And we've also got a lot of other coins listed here as well. All right, so we've got AVEX, we've got Fartcoin, we've got ING, Cake, and a lot more coins, which according to me are not even listed on many centralized exchanges. So it gives you a lot of great assets that you can be trading. And the biggest and the best part, according to me, is that this is not a centralized exchange. All right. So no issues, no, you do not have to worry about KYC. You do not have to worry about your accounts getting freezed. You do not have to worry about someone like randomly pushing you for some random links or whatever. I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So here it's literally your money in your own wallet. All right, so your money stays in your wallet, so no matter what the exchange goes through, you always have the custody of your funds. That's not the scenario when you're trading on centralized exchanges. There it's not that simple. If the exchange goes down, your funds goes down with it as well. But that's not the same here. All right, you have your custody, and like it's pretty simple. Like you can click on withdraw, you can click on deposit, and it hardly takes a minute. All right, like even like not even a minute. I've taken multiple withdrawal from this particular dex, and I never had to wait for more than 30 to 40 seconds. All right, so it does not take a lot of time, and it's pretty smooth, pretty accurate as well, pretty fast. And like I particularly like the AI terminal that Mode has. Reason being that it's very simple. Like all right, like whenever you go through any problem, this basically becomes your personal assistant. All right, like whatever question you want to ask, you can just like type in here and get the question to it. All right, like what is Mode? If like this is just a basic question, but if you go in there and type what is Mode and just search for it, it will give you a complete breakdown of what Mode is, what Mode does, and basically a fundamental analysis tool for you guys. Yep. So yeah, I'm looking at like it gives you like basically it will be your trading buddy. It will be your buddy which helps you with fundamental analysis, some technical analysis as well, and whatnot. So let's say you are having second thoughts about a particular trading opportunity or a project or your analysis, you can always ask for some help, and it's trained pretty well, it's pretty accurate. So yeah, it really helps you to get in and out of the trades. And also with your whole DeFi journey, all right, it's not just about trading, because obviously it helps with trading and everything, but then it's also like well trained for whatever help you need in the DeFi space. All right, so that is what I would share with you as well. So yeah, you searched about Mode, it gave you like all the useful links. It gave you a whole breakdown of what key features of Mode network are, what it does, and literally everything. All right, it gave you everything about it. Show me synth forecast. Let's do that. Let's see what the forecast is. Yeah, I mean, Mode obviously has a lot of options, all right? Like them as a whole project, they have a lot of options. I'm more into trading, so I'm showing you the trading part, but it's not just about trading. Mode obviously has a lot of other options for all of you guys, and like it has taking options, it has a lot of different things that you can which gives you a lot of good opportunities which are reliable and sustainable as well. Because according to me, a greater issue in the DeFi space is about being sustainable, and Mode definitely is sustainable. All right, so that gives you an upper hand. That gives you an understanding that being on Mode, trading on Mode, or even if you, let's say, if you just want to stake some funds on Mode, it's pretty reliable, it's pretty sustainable. All right, so sustainability according to me is a bigger issue in the DeFi space. There are no fancy numbers like 10%, 20% APR per day kind of things. I mean, 10%, 12%, it still sounds possible in crypto space, but then there are I've personally seen projects which offer you 100% returns or 20% return every day, 30% return every day. So that's not the kind of thing which happens here. This is extremely sustainable, and it has been around for a very long time. All right. So even before I started trading on a DEX, I knew about mode. I've been like, obviously, you've been transferring funds, you've been doing a lot of activity on the crypto space, and I'm very sure even if you never have been a part of the mode community, you would have definitely heard about them. All right. So yeah, even that was the same scenario with me as well. All right. So currently, the Soul trade, it seems like we are slowly pushing towards the upside. We are currently in a 7-8% profit. And also, I'll show you something which obviously it's not like a great feature or something, but then I am someone who really loves a bit of fun element to my trading when I'm sharing it with my particular community. All right. So, like, you can just like set up your own PNL. All right. Like, if you want ROI, if you want ROI and PNL both, I mean, yeah, these are some customization option which you might get to see with other decks as well. But then the greater and the best part, according to me, was you can also type in a particular message. Let's say if you want to type whatever, like BTC to Moon or whatever you want to type in and share it with your community, you can just do that and it shows on the top. All right, like it literally shows you on the top. You can either copy it or download it and then share it with your community. And I absolutely love it. All right, like the, let's say you made a bigger loss. I mean, I do not want you to be making loss, but let's say you made a big loss. Let's go back to McDonald's, right? We blew our whole account. So this is where we type in like back back to Big M. Yeah. So like it's obviously it does not help you with your trading or whatever, but then yeah, when like a bit of fun element to your trading PNL. So yeah. And I personally really loved it. I shared it with my community and they were like, they had some pretty good jokes around this. But yeah, so I was showing you about the AI terminal, right? Like you have a lot of options that you can just search around whatever questions, whatever doubts you might have in the DeFi space. And this is like this the whole DeFi space, not just about one particular thing. It's not just particularly related to trading. You can do whatever questions you have around crypto space, around DeFi, around trading, around analysis, whatever. You can just type it in here and it will definitely help you with it. All right, all right, all right. So, is there any Trump news coming in? We would want to see some really good Trump news, right? Like a good positive Trump news and just pump the market. Like let's go 150k, right? Like we would love to see that. But every time when there is a positive news, I would say when there is any positive news for Bitcoin, it usually gives you a big green candle and then it just dumps. All right. Like I remember earlier when that was happening. Yeah. So just around this area when you got to see some random announcement which was made around the reserves or whatever. I'm not sure. I forgot about it. But then yeah, you got to see that dump, sorry, you got to see that green candle as soon as the announcement came in, and after that you just like, after that we have just been moving lower. All right, like you didn't even take out the current highs. And this is Solana, but then if I go on the Bitcoin chart, all right, I would like to share this with all of you. The highs that we have been making on Bitcoin, it's definitely not a very strong high. All right, so you would want them to be taken out eventually. I personally, I can bet on this. Obviously trading is not about betting, it's never 100% thing. But then I personally do feel that this kind of highs do not sustain for a very long time, this or whatever. All right, so for finding out, like, all right, I'll share this with all of you. If you are someone who is new to trading, and if you want to see, all right, if you want to learn how to find out if the lows or the highs that a particular asset has made, is it good, is it not, just do this. All right, just use a tool on TradingView or on whatever software that you guys like to use. Just click on a tool which is called as TPO, which means time price opportunity. All right, it's there on TradingView on the top side. If you click on different type of candles, where you select different types of candle, you can just select there about TPO, and then it helps you to understand if the highs or the lows that you have made are good, are strong or not. Because if it's a strong high, the chances are extremely higher that you might just get a retracement but never hit that particular high. All right, and it also helps you with forming your bias. It helps you to expect that okay, you are having a bit more, like you are more tilting towards the short side because the highs that you have made are strong highs. Now what does a strong high or strong low means? All right, if I just make it extremely simple for you all to understand, like in the most basic terms, a strong high is a high where you look at the TPO and it shows you that okay, the market makers or the bigger money has entered at that particular area. All right, so that is what a strong high looks like, and the same is the same stands for the strong lows as well. All right, if you see a strong low, that was formed because the market makers started to make like position themselves at that particular price. All right, so that is what happens. You can also be using your order flow right now, as I was sharing with you guys, that you want to close above the previous day low level. All right, we are still below it. That obviously means that there is a lot of weakness right now in the market, because you have been sustaining just around that level. All right, so the more time you sustain around this area without losing the current lows, all right, and this is going to be pretty important for me. If you sustain here for a long time and you do not take out the current lows, I expect that we are going to go higher. All right, so that is what I would like to expect, but not right now, because this does not look very bullish, because the follow back that the buyers should have brought in, I do not see that happening right now. All right, like I see the longs are stepping in into the market. So if the longs are stepping into the market, why is the price not moving towards the upside? So that gives me an idea, all right? That helps us to understand that there might be a bigger player right around this area, which is just absorbing all the buy orders that is entering into the market. All right, and once all of this traders, all of this retail traders specifically, once they get exhausted, the price will just continue the push towards the downside. All right, so that is a next high probability trading opportunity. That is something which you can be looking out for as well. All right, because if the longs are entering into the market, why is the price still ranging around here? All right, so you want to like reclaim an important level, because we have not yet done that. And also, a quick fact about the order flow: most of the software that you guys will be using, like this is exocharts, I like to use that. But let's say you use any particular software, even TradingView has their own footprint chart, and like all the other softwares as well, which can be paid, which can be free. But then order flow usually just shows you the market orders. All right, so I entered currently on a market order, if you guys remember, on the Solana trade, which I was like demonstrating how you enter into a trade. So if you look at that, all right, that particular like your footprint charts will always show you the market orders, and usually 99% of the time, or I would say at least 90% of the times, it's just the retailers who are entering on the market orders. And if there is a bigger money who has to position themselves, they obviously won't just like tap into a button and get into a position. All right, they'll position themselves, they'll start to make slow entries, like they'll divide their entries at a different particular price points, and that is how they would enter. All right, so that is how trading goes. So right here, that is what you are able to see as well. Like you can see what the retailers are doing, even though most of the retailers, most of the money that is entering into the market right now is buying, but the price is still not able to push towards the upside. That is called as bearish divs as well, or bearish divergence. All right, so that is what your bearish divergence looks like the open interest is going higher, your longs are entering into the market, but the price is still not able to push towards the upside. So that gives you a clear indication that this is preparing for a next push towards the downside. But if you keep on sustaining, the buyers obviously still have an opportunity to like get a follow back that we are not yet seeing. All right. So longs creeping in as well, shorts creeping in as well, open interest is going high as well. All right. Usually you get to see this kind of price action that you are seeing. This candle that you are seeing, this is basically a price action. You can just, if you zoom in into, and like let's try to zoom in into this particular candle, you can just easily spot that like at which price point what is the like what was the quantity of short trades, what was the quantity of long trades. So on the left side you can see 19k, on the right side you see 31k. So on the left side the numbers that you are looking at is your sellers, on the right side the numbers that you look at are your buyers. All right, so that is how footprint works. So let's say you have an important level at the bottom, you want the price to hit it, and you want most of the sellers entering at your support level. All right, usually the people who use order flow, what they want to see is, all right, since I have an important level around here, I want to see buyers stepping on my support level. But that is not how it works. If majority of the traders start to buy and the price is moving towards the upside, that means all the retailers are in money as well, they are making profit as well. And you all know how it goes, right? Like they would never let you be in profit for a very long time. So so you would want to see a lot of sellers entering at your support level, price goes below it, a lot of sellers getting trapped, and then the price starts to push towards the upside. All right, so that gives you an indication that the sellers have been trapped, the market makers have already started to push the price towards the upside. Because as I said, you cannot track the bigger money which is entering with the limit orders, because order flow only shows you market orders. All right, it does not show you limit orders. So right now all of the net longs that you see, all of the net shorts that you see entering into the market, this is just market orders and nothing else. All right, so that is what you are looking at. And also we are rejecting from the previous day low level. So if I just hide everything for you guys, right now we are just rejecting from the previous day low level, which we were supposed to reclaim. We did not reclaim it, and we have just started to push towards the downside. So again, as I was saying, this is not a really great sign. Second important thing that I would like to share with you guys is, like, throughout this move, a lot of longs did enter into the market, as I was telling you guys. So you can see on the bottom, we've got a positive delta, a 3.4 million delta, 4.2 million, 2.5, 1.5, 1.1. So a lot of positive delta. And delta is not volume, all right? So delta is a difference between buyers and sellers, all right? So if the number is in red, that shows the sellers are in control. If the number is in green, that shows there are more buyers than sellers. All right. So right around this area, there were millions and millions retailers who bought, but the price is still pushing towards, like, it ranged for a while. Obviously, it gave them a chance to buy in, and the price just reversed right from there. All right. So that is how you can easily spot a trap just using order flow. All right. So that's it's that simple. I mean, I usually like to stream daily, and I stream on my, obviously I stream on my YouTube channel called as Bitcoin Hitpoint. All right, so every time I go stream there, I do multiple streams throughout the day. I keep on sharing about such kind of tools and how every beginner, or like, we've got something for everyone, be it a beginner trader, be it an intermediate trader, or an advanced trader. We have a great community and we like to discuss all of these things. And personally, I usually was, like, recently I was not trading on Dex, all right, like, if I'm being honest. But then I heard about mode. I started using it. Like, even before I got in touch with the mode guys, I was already looking at it and the things that they have, and the kind of features that they are about to bring in. It's really good. Like, specifically, if I'm talking just about the trading part, all right, I won't like to get into that DeFi part and what things they are bringing in, because obviously I'm into trading, so that's something which I can discuss better with you guys. So I personally think the features that they are about to bring in, it's absolutely a game changer. A lot of exchange earlier have, like, they usually just freeze your account if you do a lot of transaction. They randomly cut cut you out of a particular position that you get into. So that's not the thing that is going to happen with mode. All right, you have control over your whole trade, you have control over all the like, whatever you are doing, which is regarding to trading, it's all in your control. You do not have to worry about if there is any XYZ thing that might happen, until unless you enter into a wrong trade. Obviously, no one can help you in a scenario like that. But if you just enter into a trade, and you don't have to worry about randomly getting stopped out, because I've used a lot of exchanges where, in scenarios where my SL was about to get hit, it did not hit my SL. I was still in that trade, and I just got liquidated. And I was like thinking, like, this is one of the best exchanges out there. How is this happening? But when you reach out to the support team and they are just like, okay, this stop loss was never there or whatsoever, and you just got liquidated. And I didn't get that part, because I even had, because I was doing that on the live stream, I had the screen recording, I showed it to them, and they were like, okay, it did not get registered on our end. So you never want to be like using exchanges which cannot trust. I personally can trust mode, and that's the reason why, like, almost my complete trading is just done on mode only right now. Earlier I was using some really good centralized exchanges, but no, not now. Also, yeah, also the move that we are expecting, we are just getting to see that, like, a lot of retailers got trapped and the market has started to push towards the downside. So that's an absolutely great prediction from our end, I would say. I mean, again, it would have been just a scalp, like you would have went short at anywhere around 107.5, and currently we are at around 107.1. So a good 400 $500 that you would have captured if you would have been scalping. It's great for scalping as well. You can easily scalp on mode, all right. So that's another great opportunity for you guys. And again, the best part for me trading on mode is about having the control and not being under any kind of regulations, and that is something which really matters to me. All right, if I see a lot of regulations, I do not like to trade there. And specifically if you are based in a country where you have issues about taxations and stuff about that, I think trading on a dex makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it absolutely does. Like, you can just manage your funds how you want them to, and no one is reporting you to your government or whatsoever. So yeah, I think it's a great thing. You definitely need to be looking at it. Yep. Cool. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So what else do we have right now? Let me just quickly get the OI. Let me quickly get the D bars as well. All right, so we've taken out the local liquidity. Looks good. Local liquidity has been taken out. What is our trade doing? Where is Solana? Yeah, here you go. This Solana trade, it's still just grinding around the entry. I mean, I could just like manually exit it if I want to, but then that's fine. I'll just stay into this. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin has taken out the local liquidity, it seems. If it starts to give us a push, I'll be happy to get into a trade around this area. Like, a good wick would have been appreciated. As I was telling you guys, right when we were at this bottom, it would have made no sense to buy, because this was not bullish at all. Like, this was not bullish at all. The kind of candle that I got to see, I was not at all happy with it. And yeah, so right now we might get to see a good wick. And according to me, if you are a beginner trader, if you want to get into trading, I would say always have 15-minute or higher as your entry trigger. But then do not go on 1 hour or 4 hour or more. I mean, I know a lot of traders say that the bigger the time frame is, the better the confirmations are, and I completely agree with them. But then for day trading, I would say if you just stick to 15-minute or 30-minute as your entry point, I would say that even that helps. Usually if you wait for a 4 hour or 1 hour, you might get extremely late for the entry, and the move might have already been played out, so you do not want to be looking at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Yeah, so I'm looking at the chat as well. It seems like we do not have a lot of active member in the chats, because the numbers, they do look good. Like, the amount of people looking on the stream are good, but not much active on the chat, it seems. But that's fine. I mean, I get it. This is the literally the first stream that we are doing on mode, and it's not going to be the last stream anyways. Like, we are just getting started with this. We will be doing a lot of interesting streams, and you might just want to stick around like every time we do the streams, because yeah, it's going to be really helpful. Awesome, 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 awesome. So what else do we have? What else do we have? Let me quickly have a look. Next time I'll make sure when I come to stream, I have my screens and everything sorted out, because when I can be like presenting different screens in front of you guys, like I'm sharing literally my whole screen, like whole monitor, but then still it's only capturing mode, sorry, my browser and not the trading view. Next time when I'll be able to present my trading view as well, I can help you understand about some really good pointers about price action and everything around it. All right, it's really good. Like I usually like when every I stream every day. All right, so if it might be on the mode channel, I would love to be like, I'll continue doing that as well. We will be connecting again and again, and even on my particular channel, which is like Bitcoin Hit Point. So every time I stream there, I make sure that I help my community members or all the members who are watching the live stream, that they can just have something new to like learn from the streams. All right, like if people are investing their time, all right, obviously it's not money, but if people are investing their time, which according to me it's the same, they might invest time or they might invest the money. So if they are investing the time, I would like them to learn something really interesting that will help them in their trading as well. So that is what we usually do on the live streams as well. So yeah, I do not see a lot of good volume entering into the market. No buybacks. Like yeah, literally nothing is happening right here. So I would like to wait. I mean, we got a lot of liquidations around here, a lot a lot of liquidations, and still a lot of not a lot like usually what you got to see at this particular candle. That was a massive liquidation event. On this particular candle that we've just made, even there some long trades got liquidated, but nothing too crazy. So we'll have to wait, we'll have to see how this actually plays out in high end side. All right, so that was it from my end, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'm sure you guys had a great time as well. You guys might have learned something new, and obviously learned something about the mode decks. And we usually will keep on doing such kind of streams and a lot more around the stream. So yeah, make sure you stay back, you have a look around the whole channel and everything with that mode has, and yeah, that's probably it. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next stream that I do. Cool.